So I made a new project and then I made some prototype tiles, just some basic blocks, and then I wanted to make the game in a vertical screen size because the game was going to be played vertically. So I set up the basic tile set in Godot, and then afterwards I started making the actual elevator, which the player would control. So after that I set up the basic player controller, making sure he could move up and down, and so restricting the movement so he couldn't just move out of the map, because that's bad. So you can see the actual movement working with the up and down arrow keys, and I also cannot move out of the map. So now I worked on the shooting so I could actually defend the elevator from the monsters. Now implementing this was pretty easy because I've done this 500 times before. So now you can see we can actually shoot out of the elevator. I also added some particles so that the rockets actually looked like rockets, and then screen shake. I love screen shake, it just makes everything so much better. But now we needed some enemies to shoot at, so I tried to make this ghost looking monster, but I was really struggling trying to find a design. So, I had to hit up Google for some inspiration, and please don't sue me. It was time for the actual implementation. It was a pretty simple move towards the middle of the screen and then also spawn them randomly. So as you can see, now the enemies spawn at random points and move towards the middle. Then I made the rockets explode on impact so that the ghosts wouldn't be penetrated. So anyway, now it was just fixing up the graphics a little bit, making everything look a bit better. I made some wood brick texture and then some refinements in the elevator, and in the end I was pretty happy with the results. So after I was done with that, I added some sound effects, and here's the day 1 progress. Day 2. So at day 2 I made some basic tunes for the game using Bootbox, which is a pretty cool tool for actually making songs. So I made one basic song first, which sounds like this. My girlfriend actually said that it fit more as the main menu theme, so I had to make another song. So now it was time to implement the actual line cutting so that the ghost would actually sort of chew at the line, and then once one of the lines broke, the elevator would fall and you would lose. So here it is in action. You can see the ghosts just cut the line once they collide. Now that the main game was practically finished, I was working on the menu a bit, trying to make a nice looking menu. So I spent some time with it. I also made this screen shake slider, which would control the amount of screen shake, because I know not everyone likes screen shake. So here you can see the slider in action, and it's fully functional as well. So now I made a menu text just saying Hellevator because I really like that name. I also made a volume slider for all of the audio in the game, and then I made a black fade in for like a smooth transition into the actual game. Last thing I did was add some score and then a game over screen so that your current score and your high score would be displayed once you died. So making this wasn't really that difficult because, again, this is something I've done a lot of times before, and so now you can see that once I die, my high score and my current score gets displayed. And also, why do you fall if the bottom rope is cut? Anyway, now it's time to make the artwork for the game, like the cover for the H page. Now I really enjoy this process because it's fun just messing around in a sprite, just doodling random shapes. So I drew the main character sitting in the elevator with ghosts surrounding him, and then I made this border that I usually have for my games, and then some just wood textures in the back. Did some shading, and then wrote Hellevator, then also added my own signature. So here's the finished artwork. It is very inspired by my other game, Bouncy Burgers, which I also recorded, but it's 16 hours of footage, so I'm not gonna upload it because I'm too lazy to actually cut it. Anyway, here's the finished game. But why do you fall if the bottom up is... Anyway, if you want to play my game, it's on my itch page, link in the description. Now, if you actually made it so far into the video, I want to thank you so much for watching and see you guys in the next video.